All right, good morning. We are live from Fly on the Wall Productions. Not to sound surprised that we're live, because we're always live. Good morning, Raylene. How we doing?
Good morning.
You all right?
Okay.
Everything good?
Sure.
A little bit of frost on the windshield this morning at my house.
Oh, I'm not even going to talk about that.
And Sherilyn just got a bunch of new flowers and plants and stuff and forgot to bring them in last night. So
Hopefully they'll make it.
she started the day all ticked off about that. I mean, what's going on with it? It's almost June 1st. This is getting a little absurd, don't you think?
I agree.
Come on.
I agree. I've had it.
It's Memorial Day
But
weekend. This is the unofficial
It's
start
going
to
to be
summer.
a beautiful weekend. Though.
It is. We're going
Great
from
temps, lots of sunshine. We're going from fall to summer.
we're going from winter to summer. From
Yeah,
frost.
that's going to start right today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like near 90 degrees next week.
It is.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
That means that
Motorcycle.
Well, it means the motorcycle, of course, but this means you're going to be seeing me in shorts every day. And I know you're looking
Yay.
forward to that.
Super excited.
I'll get the sneakers going and the tube socks. It's going to be amazing. You're so excited, aren't you?
Extremely.
Those short little legs.
I just can't wait.
Listen, yesterday I picked up my Summer Days kayak raffle ticket for $20. There it is right there. Over at R&L Archery. I was over there having some fun, taking a gander at this beautiful kayak that they're giving away.
I know. I saw the video.
Whew.
I saw the live.
This kayak is
Freaking
beautiful.
out over the one with the motor, which JD doesn't like to paddle. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the shoulders are getting a
You
little
know,
rough.
can you tell? He's in great shape over there.
What are you laughing about, Will? No comment. We have Will with us from Optical Expressions this morning. This handsome guy sitting right next to you. He comes in here this morning with these amazing dark sunglasses, and now look at. Seriously, this is blowing my mind because I didn't realize that. I always thought that there was always some darkness to them. These are what you call them transitional.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So they were like super dark when he walked in here this morning.
Because
100%.
clearly he needs a prescription all the time.
Right.
And so,
I mean, 100%
They darken right up.
sunglasses. I mean, it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and now
amazing.
perfectly clear. I mean, this is what? How is? So I'm not to sound ignorant here because I know that we've always had transitional glasses for a long time, but I've never seen it go
That dark.
from that dark to perfectly clear. So this has got to be like they're improving technology here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're working on new ones all the time. So these, I think I've even had them for a year or more. They're the Transition Generation 8, which I think is still the newest version of that. But every time, they're always innovating. They're making them change darker faster, change lighter quicker, getting it to the point where there's not so much of a constant tint you can see all the time. That's definitely something you saw a lot in the older versions of them where,
Yeah,
even inside.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The constant tint there.
Yeah.
Where you could look at someone and be like, yeah, those are transitionals.
Yeah.
Right, you can tell.
Just saying. But I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, they're pretty swanky. I like them a lot.
You and I have, I don't know, maybe similar style. I mean, the ones I'm wearing right now, you helped me pick
I
out.
did, yeah.
Yeah, and I absolutely love these. Raylene gets on my ass a little bit because I don't wear them as
You don't wear them like you're supposed to. And you don't wear them as often.
often as I should.
I found a pair in my car that belonged to him.
Yeah, the other
He
ones.
left them there. And then I gave them to his wife, and he still doesn't have them.
Don't tell Will that, okay? Because he's gonna get on me
Come
about that.
on, man.
And this is why. And I had a Will is my optometrist. No, you're my what are you?
Optician.
Optician. Thank you. We sat down and we had this conversation up at Optical Expressions, and Will basically explained to me how often do you lose glasses, and I said,
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was like, well, you might want to get the, what do they call it? Progressive. So that you've got one pair of glasses as opposed to having two, because the odds are twice as high. You could lose or damage the other pair of glasses. So
Which ones are you wearing now? Do you
These-
even know?
spell it out, Will. What are these? The medium range?
Yeah, we call it intermediate.
Intermediate.
Yeah, that way it's set up really well for seeing the computer screen. Stuff where you're working your day to day.
Like 2-3 feet away.
Yeah,
4 feet maybe.
yeah. Anything that's, we kind of say it, if it's a little too far away to be up close reading, but it's not far enough away
Sure.
to be distance, that's where the intermediate falls.
And I absolutely love these glasses. I love the fact that they're the things that rest on the nose, that we don't have the separate pads there. What are those called?
Yes.
Yeah, we just call them nose pads.
Nose pads.
I cannot do
No
those.
nose pads here.
I cannot do those.
They are not for
I
everyone.
am a person who takes my glasses and puts them on top of my head.
All the time.
And those son of a bitches get stuck in my hair.
Oh, the nose pads
And
things?
oh my Lord. That's why I gave my glasses to you, my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Because I would constantly rip in big, huge chunks out of my hair. Or I would be somewhere and I couldn't get the damn things out of my
Yeah,
hair.
sure.
And I'd have to just leave them on my head.
Sure. Yeah. I understand. Same way. The optometrists up there at Optical Expressions are rock stars. Let's just say it like it is. Mark Liepert and Garuna Hartnett, which I think Garuna gave me my eye exam last time.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think she did, which was painless. The only the only negative, it had been like 150 years since I had an eye exam, and she had to put the dye in there or whatever the heck it is, and make your eyes dilated. So I was walking around like I felt like I had, for a little while, like I had smoked a couple of those little white twisted cigarettes for a while. No, it's a weird feeling when
Yeah, we do get that a lot.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one to
it's
say
it's
that.
it's not just that your eyes are sensitive to the light and you should wear sunglasses for a little while, but even if you're not out in the bright light, it's just kind of a weird thing, which was great. Maybe I'll stop in there sometime and see if I can just get those.
Oh my.
Hey, we're having fun this
Hey,
morning.
can you dilate my eyes up, please?
If we're going to talk about eyeglasses, we have to have fun this morning.
Yes.
It's
Might as
just,
well.
It's just might as well. So you have there's Will Adams, which is yourself. We have Nicole Peralt and Tim Delworth.
That's right.
Those are the opticians. What does an optician do?
Yeah, so we do a lot of different things. We don't do the eye exams itself. Like you mentioned, Dr. Liepert and Dr. Hartnett, those are optometrists, and they'll do the eye exam with you. The opticians will help you out with choosing glasses. We will size you to the glasses. We actually end up cutting the vast majority of the glasses and assembling them ourselves.
Sure.
We'll do some of the pre-test stuff to get you ready to see the doctor. We, answer phones if we got to, try to make appointments as best we can. We're not super insurance savvy like the desk staff is, but we can step in an emergency.
You can literally do some pre-gaming by getting on oeberlin.com, have a look around. You already know you're going in for an exam, so the next it's pretty much a given. After the exam, they're probably not going to say, "You're good. You don't need glasses."
Every now and again. It happens sometimes,
Wow.
but not often, if we're being honest.
But have an idea. What do you want? Progressive lenses, which are what now? I don't want to say bifocal, which I can't. I have a hard time saying that. It's progressive is what?
So a lot of times you'll hear the progressive called a no-line bifocal. So it is admittedly a little different than the bifocal is as far as the vision technology works. But for the most part, if you're at that point where you're past 40 and all of a sudden your eyes don't work up close the way they used to, that's just biology. It happens to all of us. It's just the way it is. And you need to be able to see far away. You also need to be able to see close up. And with the progressive, you can also see at the computer in the intermediate really well, which is something the older lined bifocals don't really do quite so much. And there is a benefit of not having that little line across the bottom of your frame, which I know a lot of people, especially as they're, getting into multifocals for the first time, just like, my mom wore those, like I can't have it. I'm not wearing
That's how
that.
I am.
Right.
That's exactly how I am. So you told me when we met that this is it's a pretty popular option right now for people to go with progressive, but the only caveat here is it might take a little while for your eyes to adjust. My brother was like a day, not even. I mean, and he was good.
And you're still adjusting.
I've totally adjusted to these.
You are?
Here's the thing though. Here's the problem. I take these off, blind. Can't see anything.
Well, that's the way you were before you had them too, love.
I absolutely love these glasses. I can't remember which
Now
ones
you
these
sit
are.
in your seat the entire time you're doing the show.
Yeah.
You don't lean forward, wrinkle your nose up, squint your eyes as tight as possible.
Oh, Will, it was
Send 'em,
horrible.
as close to the screen as you can get. You don't do any of that
I used to
anymore.
this is what it used to look like. All right, let's check the news here today. But we
For
don't have
real,
to,
it really
yeah,
did.
It really was. We don't do that anymore.
Well, that's good.
I don't do that anymore. Thanks to you guys. So what's the deal with, here we are, summertime. I keep telling Raylene that I'm in love with these Costa glasses, the world's clearest polarized prescription glasses. You guys sell them up there. We keep showing them on our Facebook page. They're just, let's just say it how it is. They're pretty damn sexy.
They're amazing.
And there's a whole bunch of different versions of this. I love these glasses.
Yeah, they're really nice.
A, they're polarized. B, they're prescription. C, don't freaking lose them.
And then D,
Yeah.
can you get them without a prescription?
Yeah, that's...
Like just a sunglass. Do you have to have a script put in them?
No, you don't. So all the ones we do have in stock are non-prescription as is, and they're all polarized. A lot of them have a mirror coat. They have them available in both a polycarbonate or a glass lens option as well. We can put prescription lenses into them. We can either do lenses from one of our regular third-party labs that we use all the time, or if you want to go really swanky, we actually have the ability to order prescription ones directly from Costa themselves. They even have their own lab. You get their specific lens technology, which frankly
that.
is the best lens technology on the market. It's got the little laser marks right on the corner, so you know it came from them. And it's as swanky as it gets.
Yeah.
They're pretty sharp looking.
Somebody was telling me something that you get all kinds of stuff that comes down the pipe on your phone. They don't do this, eat this, don't eat that. But there was something that was floating around lately about that you shouldn't wear sunglasses. You should never wear sunglasses. You should just let your eyes be completely normal and natural to all light variations so that your brain wave activity is all balanced out. What a bunch of crap that is.
Yeah, it is a bunch of crap. I was going to say, are you kidding?
Stop it.
No.
I don't want to drive down the road. I don't want to go to the beach without sunglasses. Summertime? Come on. What is that?
Yeah, in fact, not only do you not want to do it, you honestly shouldn't do it.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Right. Similar to like we all go out in the summertime. You're out in
Put
the sun too long.
sunscreen.
You put sunscreen on or you get a sunburn. Your eyes are part of your body just like your skin is. You absolutely can damage your eyes through too much sun overexposure.
Exactly.
You do have to, protect your eyes.
Yeah, of course. I love these glasses. I want to come up and try on a couple of pairs.
Yeah, absolutely
much.
do. They're really nice.
And then when you do that, you just have Will sell you one of those little straps that go around
there you
your
go.
neck also.
What are you saying?
That hooks to the sunglasses, and then there they are, right there, always. And then you hang them over your rear view when you get out of the car at night. There they are, right there for you.
Now, do we have the ones? We have the glasses up there that break in the middle and.
We do have a few of those. Yeah, the magnetic ones. They're handy. Some
I'm not
people
doing
really
that.
love them. You know, that's their thing, and they love it, and we can make that happen.
Those are the smart people. Anytime
Those
someone's
people never lose them.
well,
Right, just hang on their neck all the time.
but you ever notice that the people that have their lenses, the glasses break in the middle, the magnet, they're smart people. They're smart dudes. Like they're like professors. Well, hang on, let's talk about this. And they'll put it together. I don't know. But you guys have that up there.
We do. Yeah, absolutely.
So someone comes in, maybe they've got a kid, not really sure what's going on at school, kind of maybe the school did a little eye exam or something. We're not really sure what's going on. Billy's complaining a little bit, can't read the books, headaches, whatever. You get that. It's hard to sometimes communicate with a young kid who can't really describe. So what do? You bring them in, and they meet with one of the opticians.
Yeah, it definitely can be a little trickier with kids. Certainly, we do see a lot of kids in at our office. We get a lot of times from the school. The teacher will notice that they're squinting. They move them up a row. They're still squinting. They move them up to the front row. They're still squinting. Maybe it's time to bring them in. That happens a lot, unfortunately. But we do have a large selection of kids frames, stuff that'll actually fit them, stuff that's built to be really durable. We do have a specific brand. They have temples that go, a complete 180. You can bend them any which direction. I'm not going to say
Which are also
indestructible,
great
but they're
for
close.
Alzheimer's patients and dementia patients. Just saying.
That makes sense.
That's
yeah.
what
thought about that.
That's what Nicole gave me for one of my patients that I brought there. She was very destructive, and I don't know how many pairs of glasses she broke. And that lady we used to buy her dog toys so that she wouldn't destroy them.
Wow.
Because she couldn't.
Or they end up
she
in the bed.
didn't, those glasses. We had those for quite some time because she couldn't break them.
Or they end up in the bed, or you roll over on them or something like that. Yeah. That's so interesting.
Loved them, though. And it was a great suggestion that I never would have thought of. And I mean, did she have a little kid's pair? But they were just black. That it was not like, we put her in some crazy pink glasses
Yeah,
or
right.
something. But they were amazing. And I didn't even know you had such a thing.
Yeah.
Super, super good.
Comprehensive eye exams, contact lenses, eyeglass prescriptions, huge selection of frames, and there's something for everybody, really.
We have a lot of frames. I think last time we did inventory, we were hovering somewhere around 2,000. So
Wow.
it's a lot. I price out and put out all of our frames, so I know firsthand that it's a lot of frames. It's a lot to keep up with.
My other glasses were my nighttime driving far away. What do you call that?
Yeah, I would just call distance glasses.
Distance. Hello, distance. They were scratched. I had got them originally from Optical Expressions, but I had had them for over 100 years. They were scratched. I brought them up to you, and you guys gave me a new prescription, which was updated. You cut some new glass and put it in those, and it was fantastic. Now I could sit and watch The Bachelor and really see, Will, the expressions on everyone's face. It's true, Raylene. And last night, and I was thinking this last night, we sat down to watch American Idol, which is over, but I haven't yet seen who the winner is and everything. And I couldn't find my distance glasses. Complete meltdown at my house last night. For me, I'm out in the car.
Are those the ones that I gave to Charlene?
Yes, I'm out in the car. I'm looking under the seats, tearing stuff up. I need to be able to see. I want to see something sharp, I want to see the expressions on people's faces. So yeah, it was a horrible night last night, and I thought about Will and the fact that he said to me, "Listen, if you go with the progressive lenses, you only have one pair to worry about." This is my point.
The safest place for your glasses is on your face.
Yeah, wow, isn't that true? So true.
Yes.
What about packages? You guys have packages where you get frames and lenses and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So certainly, like in your case, if you have an older frame that you like and it's still good, we can put lenses into that. But if you do need a new frame, we have what we call our package deals. And essentially, you're buying a frame and lenses at the same time. So we give you a discount off of buying those separately.
Yeah.
So that way, it just tries to make things a little more affordable for everyone.
Yeah. Can you make someone like me look a little smarter?
I can try my best. I am a professional.
Wow. What about what was I going to ask you about? Oh, what if somebody comes in? They having a hard time seeing. I get the headaches going. Whatever. We have the exam, and one of the doctors drops the horrifically bad news. You need glasses. Oh my God, I can't have glasses. I don't want to have glasses. I can't stand glasses. What are the options? You got the contact lenses.
Right. Certainly not everyone is a candidate for contacts, but a lot of people are. So what we do is we can have you sit with the doctor. They do what's called a contact lens fitting. There are dozens of different contact lens makers out there, and each maker has all of these different brands and options they have available, all kinds of different fits that work for different people. So the doctor sits with you, they find out what kind of contact is going to sit well on the shape of your eye. Then they find out what kind of contact lens prescription you need, because it is different than your glasses prescription because it sits directly on your eyeball. And that little bit of distance between your eye and the lenses of the glasses does create a different prescription than something that sits on it directly. And then once we find something that sits for you, you go in with either myself or Nicole. We teach you how to put the contact lenses in, how to take them out, how to care for them, how to clean for them, the do's and don'ts, all of that fun stuff. We give you a bunch of trial ones to just take it home for a week, try it out, see if you like it. A lot of people think they like contacts, and the idea of getting up 5-10 minutes early at first to put them in and take them out is just an absolute nightmare, and they can't stand it. But that way you try it, and that's the only way to know.
This way you're not going to sit on your glasses in the front seat of your car and smash them.
Ideally not.
Or the couch.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know that you could do
No.
contacts.
Yeah, no. I don't have time. There's no time for
Well,
that.
and I just can't picture you doing the whole put them in your eye and stuff. And
Yeah, but for some people,
You
that's really important. They don't want to deal with wearing glasses.
Right. And once you get used to it and you get good at it, you can put them in 10 seconds. My
Yeah,
wife's been
of
wearing
course.
contacts for 20 years.
Exactly.
She's
Really?
an absolute wizard with the thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have to look at it.
right.
Wow.
Exactly.
So they come out when you go to bed. New pair goes in the morning.
Depends on what kind of
Sometimes.
contacts you need.
Okay.
So some of them are what we call daily wears, and you put them in at the start of the morning.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you take them out, you throw them away. You don't have to worry about it. Some of them you wear for 2 weeks at a time, so you do store them in a case that cleans them overnight.
Interesting.
Some of them you wear for a month. Some are even old, what we call a hard contact lens that you might wear for a year with a single pair. We don't see a lot of those, but they do exist.
And I think we were having a laugh last time you were in here, that there's an optician somewhere who hopefully was fired because I don't know where this story was in America, but he didn't tell the customer, you got to take them out and every day. And
The
she
fact
was-
that he would have to tell her that disgusts me. I'm just saying.
that's true too.
I'm just saying.
You have a great point with that.
Yeah.
But still, it should have been given, but it should have been known. This lady was stacking them up like pancakes on top of her eyes. She had like 20 contacts in there and had to have surgery to take. That's crazy. That's crazy. No,
That's moron. I'm sorry.
this is not. Listen, but I'm saying, even
just
if,
saying.
this is true. But if you are a moron and you come up to Optical Expressions, they're going to make sure that you're well educated and that you
Right.
If you don't know anything about this whole, vision stuff, this is new to you. Maybe there's a medical issue. Maybe you got something going. Who knows? This is all new to you. Don't worry. They're going to take good care of you. You guys are going to go through all of the nuts and bolts of what you need, what you might not need, what works for you, what doesn't, how to do it, how to do contacts safely, and all that. What does it cost a fortune to get contact lenses?
It can depend on the type of contacts. Certainly there are ones that are really expensive. If you need a really particular type of like multifocal contact, let's say.
Sure.
Admittedly, some of those are not cheap. There are brands that definitely are less expensive than others, and sometimes that does a little bit depend on your prescription, and a little bit depends on what's going to fit your eye. Fortunately, with the contact lens fitting and the training, we teach you how to do it. That's a one-time thing. So once you sit down and you do it the first time, if you're able to do it, when you come back a year later, and I'm like, okay, we got to show you to do this again. Like, no, you figured it out. Like, you're good now.
Quickly, yeah, sure. What about like like the Halloween stuff, the contact lenses that people are getting for Halloween or whatever?
Right.
You guys have any of that? There's all kinds of tiger eyes.
Oh,
and
there
stuff.
are some crazy ones.
Crazy.
So we can get those. We can get them in prescription. One of our distributors has every October they run this thing. If you order it like a week ahead of time, I mean, they have zombie eyes, they have tiger eyes, dragon eyes, the craziest stuff you can imagine in your prescription, and we can absolutely order it for you. Yeah.
So, what is it?
Interesting.
What is it for the people that are putting these in their eyes? What does it look like? Is it any different?
As far as the
Their
your
vision?
vision itself, no, you see,
That's amazing.
perfectly fine. Yeah, they're so cool.
That is amazing. I would, if I were to do contacts, I would be doing that and having so much fun with my wife. It'd be so great.
You would
And
totally
everyone.
get a pair that was red.
Something. I don't know. I mean,
You'd have beady red eyes.
can you get like your favorite football team logo on some
Now
of them?
that I haven't seen, but maybe that's the next thing.
We need to look
you gotta
into
pitch
that,
that.
please. What about LASIK? What about if someone says they come into you and I need the eye exam and the eyesight's horrible. I was afraid that it was. I don't know if I want glasses. I don't know if I want these contact lenses. So just do the surgery, get it over with. What's this about LASIK?
Right. So certainly we don't do the LASIK surgery in-house ourselves, but if you sit with the doctor, you have that chat with them, and they look at your record and say, you know what, yeah, we think you are a really good candidate for it, we can make the referral. Oftentimes we'll send you up to Burlington. I think they're right off of Shelburne Road.
They are.
Send people to them all the time, and we'll send all the information you need to them, get the referral over to them, and hopefully get you set up for that and have it taken care of.
JD has been there with me a few times. One time,
Yes.
you took me.
Yeah. She, Raylene, tell them what you do.
I go for injections, and I had retina surgery.
Yeah.
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 And she's tougher than nails, dude. I'll tell you right now. She goes, how often do you have these injections?
Well, I'm down to once a week now.
Ooh.
Down
Yeah. Oh,
to
that's
once a
rough.
week.
Yeah, I was going twice. One day I would get my right eye done, and then the next day I get my left. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's not for the faint of heart.
No.
For me, there would have to be leather belts involved, Velcro, and anesthesia. And maybe a hit across the head with a baseball bat first. Something, because nobody's sticking a needle in my eyeball. It's just not happening. But she's tough. I think my point is that we as humans, we take so much for granted. So much. I do. We all do. Just getting up and having your legs underneath you every day. Vision and hearing are two of maybe the biggest things that we take for granted. When Lily was just a little baby, we were playing, and she came out with the hand and caught the the retina. What's the other part of the eye? The retina, and what's the other part there?
Oh, there's a bunch of different parts.
The lens. the lens. She scratched the cornea.
Cornea.
That's
That's
it right there. I've never had pain like that. Never. I mean, I was just. I know Raylene's looking at me like you're just a big baby. I go through this all the time. I know, but I was in agony, dude. I mean, I was like, I couldn't. I had both eyes were closed. I'm screaming and you would have thought my leg was cut off. And but the healing is somewhat a little faster for some reason. I guess it's up in the head or whatever. But I mean, still though, I mean, it's unbelievable how we take our vision for granted, and it's really one of the most important things. You have to be able to see, and if you can't see well, and you can't hear well, you can get really cranky and frustrated.
Yeah, your quality of life definitely is a lot less.
Sure.
For either one.
And the thing with both is that they can go gradually. They can go fast too, but they can go gradually. So, and for me, it was gradual with the eyeglasses, with my sight. So,
well, not that gradual.
Well, according to you,
were gradual.
I'm just saying,
because you didn't want to admit.
Well, partly. But you have to keep these things in check and not always rely on someone else saying,
Right.
"Hey, you might have a hearing problem. Hey, you might have an eyesight problem." Just think about it. I mean, if you're watching TV, if you enjoy reading, if you're looking at your cell phone, and it's just be cognizant of this and think about it.
Speaking of cell phones, do you, and maybe you don't have an opinion either way, but do you think that can do damage sometimes? Like a lot of people have a ton of screen time on their cell phone, as opposed to something that may have larger text and even a book with the darker against the white background and
Sure. That's a great
playing
question.
word games and texting. And do you think that
It's a great question.
the strain of that can cause things as well?
It is a really interesting thing, and it's one of those things that the optical world is still kind of studying and adapting to. Is really as far as like smartphones and the way we've had them. Like we haven't really had them that long just yet. So it's, and especially for like young kids now, with them, it's the sort of thing we haven't 100% been able to study. Certainly with as far as eye strain goes, you'll hear that old thing, especially if you work a desk job, and be like, oh, every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds, because it is a lot of focusing and a lot of effort and a lot of eye strain looking at something that up close, especially if you do it for hours at a time without mixing it up. That absolutely can cause a lot of eye strain. What they are starting to find now, particularly people in my age bracket, so I'm 34, so I'm not quite at the point where my close-up vision is starting to go yet, but it's going to get there in the next couple of years. And for people in my age range, we're starting to it's not that our eyes are getting worse faster, but it's that we're noticing it sooner. So a lot of times with people, as you hit that range, you're maybe not necessarily noticing that you're not seeing your computer screen the way you used to, or you're not seeing at this distance the way you used to. But with millennials in their mid-30s, we're either on our phones or on a computer screen so much that we're noticing that early onset of presbyopia a lot sooner than generations used to. So that is just, kind of a neat thing, is the industry is always changing and adapting to whatever it is that people's day-to-day needs happen.
That's so interesting. Here it is, it's like you when you're texting, you're looking at something up close, and then you look up, you're looking further away, then you're up close again, and wow. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. This just it just seems like glasses are becoming more trendy now, more fashionable. Is there a shift here, or am I imagining this?
I think so. I think it's it's one of those things. Everything comes and goes over time, and certainly as glasses.
Mullets.
Some things don't need to come back.
Right.
They can
I
stay
agree,
gone.
Will, I agree.
Maybe I'll get a mullet and some glasses
Oh, God
at the
help
same
us
time.
all.
Why not? But it just seems like I don't know. It just seems like glasses, like it's like in.
We don't have a lot of people who come in, but we have some who come in and just get glasses with no prescription. They don't even have a prescription. It's just something they want to be able to put on. It goes with their outfit. They like the way it looks, and that's the way it is.
That
There's
is
nothing
so
wrong with that.
interesting.
Yeah, and they have loads of them that you can order online that are just literally just fashion glasses, they call them.
Wow. 2 summers ago, Raylene had these Ray-Bans, and she's like, I can't wear these because of the nose pads thing here. You have them. And I mean, let's be honest, they're a little on the feminine side.
They were.
Glasses.
But you love them. Shocker.
I love these glasses. They're Ray-Bans,
did.
right? They were Ray-Bans.
Yes.
But it's time for me to say, JD, you're old enough now. You're worth it to get a better pair of sunglasses than at the dollar store, Will. This is
You're worth it.
I'm worth
Yes.
it.
You're worth it.
I'm worth it.
Yes, you are.
You know, I don't know. What's single vision? What is that? What does that mean? Just one pair of glasses?
So that's we talk about it kind of in terms of what we call a focal point. So basically the distance you want to look at. So if
Okay.
you're working in single vision, it's good for, it's one vision. You're looking at if you need distance, if you need only for up close, it's just one vision. There's no bifocal.
Oh.
So then you break it down, bifocal. It's two focal distances. They're not very creative in the world of optics.
Right.
Everything sounds pretty straightforward.
Sure.
It makes sense.
When you're driving, I'm saying this to everyone, anyone watching, listening. When you're driving at night, if you don't have a pair of glasses, the next time you drive at night, just be aware of that road sign that's coming up. How far away is it before you can read it? Even if you already know what it says, before you can see it clearly, all the letters in it. And ask yourself, would this be really awesome if I could read those letters from much further away instead of at the last second? I see this sign on the road, and now I'm locking up my brakes and skidding sideways down the interstate because I'm trying to get off in time. Would it make sense for you to maybe say, hey, I might need a pair of glasses for nighttime driving? And then when you get them, you're like, oh my God, why didn't I do this a long time ago?
Road signs are one of those funny ones. It's one of the first things people will notice when their distance isn't good,
Yes.
or it's one of the last things. If it's the same route that you drive, day in, day out to get home, you're probably not really
you don't
looking
pay
at those road
attention.
signs.
Sure.
I don't need to see what the words on that street sign is. I know what street it is.
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention anymore.
Right, exactly. That was one of the first things for me that brought me to Optical Expressions a long time ago, where I got my first pair of glasses, which you guys just outfitted with new lenses. That was the first thing. The second thing, and I'll admit this, was Sherilyn said to me, "Did you just increase the font on your phone? Look at the size of that. That's ridiculous." And I was like, well, I may have made the font a little bit larger. You need to get some glasses. And so then I went out and got the readers, and Raylene got me a pair of readers for my birthday, which was so
And a cane.
heartwarming. But that was kind of like that was kind of the first indication where, oh my God, I may need to have a pair of readers. And of course, I got the readers, and the ones that I got they're, I don't know, $5, whatever. But I love them. But I'm still doing this. I'm still like, oh yeah, okay. But we need to, at some point, we need to say, all right, the drugstore prescription or the drugstore readers are a temporary fix here. You need to get it together. You need to go up to Optical Expressions and let's sort this out. Figure it out.
Yeah, sometimes you can get by on drugstore readers for a while. They'll do the trick, especially as you're kind of new to needing that. But at a certain point, they just might not quite be what you need anymore. Especially based on your prescription. Those can correct with a certain degree of magnification, but what they don't have any correction for is astigmatism. So if your prescription has any astigmatism correction whatsoever, it is not going to help that.
And
Isn't
if you're
that-
in between, it's so tough too because, like, with my issues right now, I have to have a couple of different pairs of glasses, and I'm using the drugstore ones for now just because depending on if I've just had an injection or if I'm coming up on an injection, it really changes things. So sometimes the 225s are perfect, and sometimes I need a 250. And there are some days where if I put the 250, there's not, the 250 is too much, but the 225 is not enough.
Yeah.
It's a super challenge for sure right now.
My brother yelled at me for not getting the progressives. So, at some point, I may come up there and do that. But you said, it's the progressives are not for everybody, and especially if you want two different, you want an excuse to wear two different sets of frames.
Yeah, everybody has their own needs, and some people love the progressives, and that's all they wear. And some people, they'll try it out, they give it an honest, fair shake, and they still hate it, and it just doesn't work for them, and they'll never get used to it. And that's okay. We can put them in something else, that works. So you wear what works for you.
I remember when I sat with you, Will, up there, you said, go ahead, take your time, browse around, and I had some questions. Hey, would these, could you get lenses into these square glasses? And you would say yes. But there was a couple of times where I was like, wow, look at these glasses look incredible. Put them on. Oh God, no. Oh no, take them off. It's different. Everything you've got to get glasses that look well on your face
And are comfortable.
Comfortable. That's very true. Comfortable, secure. You can move your head around. You don't feel like they're going to come flying off. But you're also going to say these glasses don't look good on you because your head is narrower in the middle and these glasses are too wide for you. Maybe try these over here. That's that's some of what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just there's so many different styles of frames, there are different sizes and the different colors, and sometimes someone will put stuff on and be like, "Oh, I love this," and you'll be like, "I don't know if that's right for you," and they're like, "You know what?
Yes.
I want it anyway." I'm like, "That's fine. You are
Just
entitled
sign
to make
this."
your own
Right.
decision."
Yep.
But a lot of times they're like, "Oh, okay, like maybe look more at something like that, and maybe that'd be a better fit or something
Yeah.
for you." So it's all comes down to the person.
What's up with these wooden frame glasses? I see people wear those.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah,
We
they
haven't
are.
gotten any in yet. I
Like
would
bamboo or
love a
something.
pair. Yeah, they're
like-
so cool.
Yeah.
I want a pair.
But you guys can order stuff like if someone comes up, they see something in a magazine, they see something online, they bring it up on their phone. You guys don't have it, which I'd be shocked if you didn't because your inventory is amazing. You guys might be able to get something like that.
We might, yeah. Certainly, if it's a frame that is made by one of the manufacturers that we do business with, then absolutely we can order it. There are, I can't even tell you how many different manufacturers out there, probably hundreds. We just don't have accounts with all of them.
Right.
And it's one of those things like, oh, yeah, you can set up an account with us, but you have to buy $1,500, $2,000 worth of products to do it. And at that case, we can't make an account with all these different things to just order one thing for one person.
Right.
But if it's one that it's a manufacturer we do deal with, absolutely, we'd be more than happy to order stuff.
I was shocked with the turnaround time on these glasses right here that I'm wearing. I had them in like a week.
It's pretty quick.
Maybe even less. These are Ray-Bans. You and I picked them out, and I kept looking at you saying, I don't know, man. I kind of like the glasses that you're wearing. I like that style. Can you get? Here's a question for you. Can you get transitional, progressive?
Absolutely, you can.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
I don't have progressives, thankfully. I don't need them quite yet. My
Yeah.
distance, all my vision's still pretty good, but we can absolutely do transition progressives. We order those day in, day out, all the time.
How about ones for driving at night? Do you have they're not sunglasses, but tinted glasses for night driving for people like me who have the worst time ever with headlights?
So do I. Horrible.
Headlights are rough. Yeah, absolutely. That is a thing we can get as well. Certainly, you don't want a regular sunglass because that is too dark. That's blocking a lot of light from coming in. What you actually do need is something that helps more light come into your eye because that's where you're running into those vision issues, as well as some kind of like anti-reflective or anti-glare coating to help cut down on the reflections you're getting from street lights, headlights, things like that.
And I've read that pink and yellow are the best.
Yeah, yellow we do a lot of for nighttime driving. People love the yellow.
I have a pair of the yellow solar shields that I will drive at night, the night vision ones.
Yep, absolutely.
When I'm driving. When I'm not driving, and I know Raylene's she's gonna make fun of me again. When I'm not driving, when I'm in the passenger seat, Sherilyn's driving. I actually, please don't laugh too much. I wear a damn blindfold. That's stop it, Raylene.
Interesting. That is maybe a first.
I do. I have a blindfold in Sherilyn's car right there in the glove box.
So that you can just relax at night.
So there have sometimes been some
your
occasional snoring.
Eye mask.
There's been some snoring.
Your
I'm
pink,
not going to lie.
sparkly eye mask.
I didn't say it was sparkly. You said it was sparkly.
Because I know you.
But that's how sensitive my eyes are, man. It's like I can't deal with. So what you're saying is your pupils are opening up too much. Is that what that is?
Well, it can depend. So primarily your big issue as far as vision itself is going is that you're not getting enough light into your eye, and then you're getting that big disparity between the dark outside and the bright of those headlights, especially those bright halogen ones, like the
new
blues
ones
and stuff.
Oh,
I mean, they're savage. My eyes are good, and that blinds me when I'm driving at night. So I don't know how anybody else deals with it.
what's that? Should I?
Crack me up.
I complain about these new halogen lights sometimes, and I get pretty vocal about people that
An eye mask.
and drive those. Hey,
I'm not
listen.
going to forget this now,
The show's called Aired Out Raylene. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'll wear a damn blind eye blinds if I have to. I don't care. As long as I'm comfortable. All right. If I'm snoring and drooling, then you know that the blindfolds are working.
At least you do that only in the passenger seat. So I gotta give you credit there.
Hey.
You know?
The bottom line is oeberlin.com. That's your website. You're right up in the. Can I say Berlin Mall?
You can, but you have to say that it's now known as the Central Vermont Marketplace.
Okay. She's got a cattle prod that if I say Berlin Mall,
Get it right.
She'll zap me.
It's very tough to train your mind to say
of
such a
course.
thing. It's
course.
been the Berlin Mall since it went up. But we are trying our best to remember to say that it's now known as the Central Vermont Marketplace. And if you, although you are still Optical Expressions Berlin,
Yeah.
they are now located on the Berlin Mall Road
Yes.
at the marketplace.
Oh my
It's not confusing at all. Yeah.
No.
I can't imagine why you'd have a hard time with that.
802. I'm going to give you the phone number here. 223-2090. See, I can read that.
Yeah.
223-2090 to set up an exam today. What we're saying is call today, but you're not going to get the exam on the same day that you call.
Oh,
No.
that is very true. Yeah.
No.
Hey, I'll just call up.
And
you guys
that's
got
what-
anything at 2 o'clock
And
this afternoon?
that's the way it is with healthcare across the
Right.
board.
Exactly.
And that's hard for us to understand. We all get, upset about that, but it really is the way it is across the board right now.
Right.
Yeah, it just is the way it is. I just went and saw my dentist 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
I had to wait 7 months for an appointment.
Uh-huh.
It
Same
is what
thing.
it is. I'm not going to be difficult to them about it. I get it. And would I have liked to have gotten in the week I called? Absolutely. I would have
Right.
loved that.
Right.
But
And there was a time when that could
not what it
happen,
is.
and it's just not the way it is anymore.
But I also don't think that if you call Optical Expressions and say, I need to set up an appointment for an eye exam, I don't think they're going to say to you, what are you doing in 2027?
no.
thankfully, we're not that far out.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, are we talking on average a couple of months maybe?
We're probably looking at a couple of months, probably looking at fall right now. Yeah, certainly getting an appointment spot is a little tricky. Our doctors, they have kids, they have stuff they have to manage
Sure.
around school vacations and things. So they only put their schedule in a little bit at a time. They just can't put it in for 12 months. It's just not doable for them.
Sure.
So we do have a waiting
Because they're
list.
human, you mean?
Because they're human.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Unfortunately, they are human. Yeah. So we do have a waiting list going. So even if we don't have any open spots currently, you can call, you can get your name on the list. If you're available at short notice, we do have people who cancel. So say, absolutely, you call me any weekday, I will be there in 20 minutes.
Great point.
Well, we will absolutely, we will try to fill every spot we can.
I always go on a cancel list. Always put my name on a cancel list.
Yeah.
And it always works out. We got to dial up the chamber.
Yeah, we do. But I want to ask, just final question here. What about insurance? How does that?
Ooh, insurance is confusing,
the I
to
word.
say the least. Yep, absolutely it is. If you don't understand how your vision insurance works, which is 90-something% of people because they make it too confusing, you can give us a call. Our gals at the front desk are super knowledgeable about this stuff. They work with it day in, day out. That's what they do. If we don't have an answer, we will find out the answer. We'll figure it out. Insurance is really tough. It's very complicated.
It is.
You're calling the cell, remember?
Yeah. Ashley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were up there at R&L Archery yesterday and grabbing a ticket for the beautiful kayak. I admit, I kind of fell in love with this thing a little bit yesterday. Was it obvious?
Just a little bit.
Good morning.
Just a little.
Hey, good morning, Ashley. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're just. Did you get a chance to see me up at R&L yesterday?
I did. Yes, that was great.
That kayak is so much more beautiful than I envisioned. I thought it was a 10-footer, and I got up there and it was a 12-footer. The thing is gorgeous.
It is. It really, the pictures and our flyers don't do it justice. And for people who are, avid kayakers or water sport people, you're not limited to that kayak. You can purchase a raffle ticket for the kayak we're doing the raffle for, but then you would have the option to upgrade and pay the difference if you win as well. So if people are
Wow.
interested in some of the other kayaks that you showed, that's always an option as well.
Did you see that freaking yacht kayak up there with the motor on it and everything? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was impressive. I believe me, I'm a little bit of a fisherman or fisherwoman, if you will. So that one certainly piqued my interest.
I'd bring a twin size mattress and put it in that thing, take a nap out in the middle of the lake. I mean, it was beautiful. These kayaks, the technology and everything, what they're bringing into water sports, and adventure and fishing and just recreation is staggering. What they're doing, it's just amazing. I was just gawking at all of the kayaks up there, but this Dorigo, is that how you say it? Dorigo?
I believe so. I think so. That's how I've been saying it. So if not, we're both wrong.
Well, it made by Old Town. It'll last a lifetime. I mean, this thing is incredible, and it comes with the bending branches paddle, which are not cheap.
Yes, yep, it includes the paddle. So both the kayak and the paddle, and I think retail value was like $1,100 or something like that,
Yeah.
for both.
What's the deal now? We are officially less than a week away from this drawing, June 1st.
June 1st, we're going to be doing the drawing. Yep. So less than a week now. And I think people are starting to realize that's quickly approaching because in the last day or two, our ticket sales have really started kind of bumping. So there's still some available. Online, in person at R&L Archery. But we're kind of cutting it down to the wire as far as the last days of tickets being available if anyone is interested.
And only 150 tickets will be sold. We're narrowing down here. This is, and I said this yesterday, this is something that you really just shouldn't wait. You shouldn't put off any longer. If you want to get a ticket, do it now. Do it today. Get over to R&L Archery, or people can stop right into the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, buy a ticket there, or you can get them centralvt.com, right?
Yes, yep, centralvt.com. Right on our main page, you'll see a click through for the kayak raffle, and you can purchase tickets there as well.
All right. Are you limited to purchasing? I bought my ticket yesterday, by the way, but are you limited to buying just one?
No, we've had people buy as many as 5 or 6 tickets. So obviously, the more tickets you buy, the higher chances you have of winning. So if someone wanted to buy more than one, we are certainly amenable to that.
Okay. What's tell me about June 1st? Where are you drawing it, and what time, and how do people tune in and watch that?
So we're going to be drawing at R&L Archery on the 1st. We'll be going live with the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for the drawing. I connected with Kevin this morning. We don't have a set time yet. I think we're waiting to see kind of how the day shapes up and what else is on the agenda, and then we'll figure out what time we're going to be heading down there. But as we get closer, we'll have a little bit of a better idea and can certainly let people know so they can tune into that.
All right. And if people just want to grab a ticket the old-fashioned way, they can just pick up the phone and call you guys, right?
Yep, 802-229-5711. They can either go through to the general mailbox or to any one of the staff members. We're all working collaboratively on this.
Will folks be able to get a ticket on Monday? Or probably not, right?
Our office will be closed for the holiday on Monday, but you can still purchase them online. And then obviously if you want to call in by phone as well, we can just take a message and do it that way.
All right. Great stuff. Again, centralvt.com. That's a website that you should definitely be on today. If you have time and you didn't get a chance to see the live shot that we did yesterday at R&L Archery, pop in and see this kayak and feel it, touch it, smell it right there yourself, right at R&L Archery. It's absolutely beautiful. Thanks, Ashley.
Perfect. Thank you, JD.
All right. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
You too. I'm sure we'll see you around.
You got it. You got it.
Bye.
And Raylene, speaking of Memorial Day weekend, we have the Memorial Day Classic, of course, on Sunday. There's a lot of stuff going on in our community.
Yes.
Right behind you, directly behind you, is Nelson Ace Hardware. They've got a huge event coming up tomorrow.
They do, with the Stars and Stripes. barbecue.
Okay.
They're going to be doing some grill demos, cooking some stuff up. You can go inside to register to win a worksite radio.
Radio, yeah.
Yes.
Milwaukee.
Yes. An M18, I believe it's called. And they're going to be doing some lawn care demos, all kinds of great things over there. So swing on in to Nelson and check it out and participate in the barbecue.
Listen, June's going to be here soon. That means Father's Day. That means Traeger grills.
Yes. And electric lawnmowers and
Right.
weed trimmers and leaf blowers and gadgets galore.
You know,
I mean,
I want an electric chainsaw. Now
You
that
do?
I'm that I'm in my early 40s, I want to get an electric chainsaw. I'm tired of the carburetors. I want to get an electric chainsaw.
well, if you want it, they have it over there. I'm just telling you.
Did you see that slip where I said early 40s? Did you catch that, Will?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have an electric weed whacker. I did get it right there. I love the thing. I use
You
it
have
all
an
the time.
electric weed whacker?
I do,
Me too.
100%.
I'm so
Yeah.
freaking
It's
jealous.
the best.
Yeah.
It has the battery. You just put it right in the docking
And they're
thing.
lightweight.
They're super light. You don't have to mess around with anything.
You got it
I
at
love
Nelson's?
It. I did.
Dude, I'm
yeah.
so jealous.
Yeah. I have one too, and it's amazing.
Wow.
And the leaf blower.
You have one too?
Oof, leaf blower's the best.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
no. Yes.
Can you
Batteries are interchangeable. It just
So, Will, if your wife says, listen, I'm running to the store, do some dusting, you could just hit the leaf blower in the house.
I don't know about that. That
yeah,
might be
I
a little much.
Yeah, that might be a little excessive because they electric they may be, but powerful. They really are.
That's
it's
so cool.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really nice.
We've had a few people ask about the parade. It is going to be on Tuesday. At around 10:30 in the morning.
And a lot of people are disappointed about that. I know. Don't yell at me. I'm just the messenger. I'm only the messenger. I did not schedule the parade for Tuesday when everybody has gone back to work. Somebody else did.
Well,
I'm just letting you know when it is.
I spoke with the Barrie Area Veterans Council and Ron Tallman and Chuck Barney and the rest
Yes.
of it. It is tradition to do the recognition of Memorial Day on the 30th. On the
Okay.
30th. And that happens to be a Tuesday. A lot of kids are in school, so, I tried to get the scouts in it. That's not going to happen. Yeah, kids are in school. So, but that's one of the things.
If you can come, we would love to see you. If you can't, watch it later on Aired Out.
Right. Hello.
That's all you got to do. Tune in later on when you get home, kick back in your recliner,
Right.
sip whatever you want to sip, and watch the parade.
Sure, of course. Sherilyn and I were talking this morning. This is the unofficial start to summer. We got Storyland that's opening this weekend. We have
Campgrounds galore.
campgrounds, state parks, Six Flags is already open. So we got the Memorial Day Classic. We are shifting into the gear.
Yes,
here.
so and people are going to need their sunglasses, and we know where to get them now, don't we?
Please, yes. Don't.
That is a really good segue you
Was
set
it?
me up
I mean,
for.
it was
Yeah,
amazing.
it's like you're professionals. So I was chatting with Tim about it. We decided we were going to try something new. So we are going to do a kind of little Memorial Day sunglasses sale. So it is today, and it's Tuesday, the last of the month.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not open on Monday. So for those days, we're going to do a whopping 35% off on prescription sunglasses. In stock only, so we're not ordering anything in, but we're frame and lenses. I know you were saying you're worth it. You're worth a new pair. 35% off. But there's one little asterisk. There's one kicker. You have to come in and you have to mention it to us that you heard it here.
That you heard
I'm
it
not going to
here.
bring it up to you. If you just walk in and pick them up, I'm not going to say anything. That's the deal.
Whose idea was this?
That was Tim's idea.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
so
the
you
man with the
have
plan.
to say you heard it on Aired Out. Can they say they saw it on Aired Out too?
I'll allow it.
We can make it part of our subtitle when we wrap the show, because we always do a like a label when we have our show, so we can say mention this ad and mention this show and get the 35.
35.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And do you have to have a prescription in them, or can you get a blank lens.
Yeah, if you
Just-
need non-prescription, absolutely go for
So
it.
that too. Okay,
I-
perfect.
Can I say?
I may even go do such a thing. You never know. I have to,
Well, that's the question. I mean, can I say I heard about it on Aired Out?
I think you can.
Right.
Or do I have to disguise myself as someone else?
I mean, if you want to try that anyway,
Well,
just for fun, you can try it.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is
We figured
awesome.
we'll give it a try. So it's just today and tomorrow. Just so we're not
Right.
open on
And
Monday.
when
for
is
the
the
rest
last day of the month?
Not
Wednesday
tomorrow,
or
today?
hell am
and-
because
I
the
supposed to
first
know,
is what
Raylene?
day? What day is the first?
How am I supposed to know that?
Only there was a way.
For the love of
Anyone
all
had a calendar.
things.
Hang on a second. Are these included? These
Are those
Costas?
Costas? They absolutely
Costas?
are. Costas, yeah.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
you can get a prescription pair of
So
Costas.
the last
bring
day
them
of the
in.
month is Wednesday,
Wednesday.
the
So you've got
31st. So you
Friday,
have
Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right.
yeah.
It says right here the world's clearest polarized prescription sunglasses.
Pretty awesome.
I'm getting nervous already. I want to take them out of the case.
Right.
Sit on them. I'm nervous. I mean, I love these glasses.
I'm telling you, he can hook you up with the straps. They have some really cool straps, and you can. They even have the ones that I think will keep them around right tight around your neck. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had my own really nice pair of Costas once. I lost them, and I was like, it's fine. I'll just order a new one. I can do that. It didn't make it anymore.
Ooh,
So somebody
ouch.
out there has my favorite pair of sunglasses I ever owned, and I'm still mad about it.
Yep.
Still mad about it.
Please, if you're listening, return them to Will.
It'd be nice.
Wow. Something like this, I'd have to have the whatever, the band there that goes. What's it called?
Exactly.
Croaky, whatever the hell it's called there.
Yeah.
Because you're moving around, you're jumping around, you're
Yeah,
doing stuff.
absolutely.
It's amazing. All right, 35% off until
The 31st till Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So you only have today, Tuesday,
Yeah.
and Wednesday.
Okay. Well, if I come up there next week when it's hot and I got my shorty shorts on, my Crocs, my socks, will you guys serve me?
No, he's going to call security.
I mean, look, we have AC, so it's a really nice place to go when it's 90 degrees outside. It's not all bad.
Thank you so much for coming in here, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thanks to Mark and Garuna and Tim and Nicole and you and the rest of the team up there for not only being a presenting sponsor of Aired Out, but for coming in here, having fun with us, talking about where are you going to go and have fun talking about glasses? Right here,
Not often.
Aired Out. We love you guys, and frankly, even if you weren't sponsors, we love what you do for everyone, for our community, for people, helping them see clearer and ultimately live life better. So we appreciate y'all so much.
Oh, yeah, thanks so much for having me.
We'll have you again in here soon. Maybe Tim next time.
You can try.
Or Mark.
Have a great weekend.
We'll see you, buddy.